In the year of our Lord 1336, a peaceful and prosperous Europe was about to be plunged into war. With the blessing of Pope Benedict XII, the great powers of England and France had sworn to join together in a crusade to the Holy Land. They'd amassed armies, weapons, and warships, but soon stood with their knives poised at each other's throats. In violation of recent treaties, England had laid claim to vast tracts of land in France, owned long ago by their ruling family, the Plantagenets. King Edward III, who took power in 1330, wanted to make Anjou, Aquitaine, Brittany, Normandy, and Poitou vassals of England again, despite the French people and culture that had flourished there for so long. Meanwhile, against all odds, a new dynasty had taken power in France, the House of Valois, and they would no longer tolerate English ambitions on the continent. Secretly absolved of his crusader's vow by the Pope in 1336, King Philip VI of France, first of the Valois, renewed France's old alliance with Scotland, promising to support the Scots in their war against England. Count Guy de Châtillon was among the many lords who answered France's call to defend Scotland. Count Guy was a notorious rogue adventurer, even after his brother-in-law, Philip, unexpectedly became king. Official hostilities between England and France had not yet been declared, however, and with no assistance from France, his Scottish adventure turned into a nightmare. When King Edward of England invaded Scotland, ready to incinerate the Scottish town of Aberdeen, the French nobles were trapped. Medieval kingdom wars allows you to quit and later resume campaign battles in progress. Let's join such a battle now and see if Count Guy de Châtillon can hold on as the English mount a final assault. As French and English forces prepared for the war they knew was coming, trouble was brewing. The Scottish Second War of Independence had been raging since 1332, and a peace treaty between England and Scotland was imminent. Until in 1336, the French sent forces to support their Scottish allies. Outraged, King Edward himself crossed into Scotland via Newcastle and laid siege to Aberdeen. He proclaimed that once the city fell, he would burn Aberdeen to the ground. The town was on the verge of defeat, with only a few remaining Scots and Frenchmen defending the last keep. It was no longer about victory, but a chance to repel yet another assault and flee the doomed city while the English regrouped. As the English prepared to storm the last keep of Aberdeen, French and Scottish defenders made their battle lines, and the English unleashed a devastating trebuchet bombardment. One of the French nobles leading the counterattack was struck and knocked unconscious. His marshal ran towards him to help. The French were within a hair's breadth of being defeated.
My lord! My lord! Saints in hell, you were struck by a trebuchet boulder! You're conscious now. Can you see me? Ha! Don't recognize me, eh? What? God's death! To have this happen in the middle of a siege! Things are already a bloody mess. How's your neck, my lord? Try looking around. Behind you, the town of Aberdeen is dying. I hope it'll refresh your memory how bollocksed we are here. Now, your lordship, try to remember. Take a look at the locations I have marked on your map. You can use the mini-map in the right bottom corner to quickly jump to these locations. Also, above the mini-map, you'll see your objectives. In this case, it's to scout these locations. Our brave lads here are skirmishing with the English. You were leading them as that trebuchet knocked you down. The mighty port of Aberdeen is ablaze, my lord. Sadly, this was the port that welcomed us to Scotland with open arms. All that remains of the ships in the harbor, an absolute slaughter. Damn these English! This is the last remaining keep that we must hold on to for one more bloody assault by that English dog, King Edward. Now then, glad your wits are coming back. Hear that? The English are signaling their advance. We must make our stand. Select your lads, get them behind the walls and close the gates behind them. Then order bowmen to use fire arrows and light the fire pitch. Finally, you'll need to order men to the walls. Then get your trebuchets to unleash hell on them. I stand ready to assist. Your Vougiers are dying there. I beg thee, get them inside the walls. Make haste, my lord.
My lord needs Vougiers. Move as commanded, men. Vougiers await your orders. Elite pikes, do as you are ordered.
Aye, this be the gate.
The English dogs are in pursuit, my lord. Close the damn gate now!
Gatekeepers, get ready.
Shut her down, now.
Stand ready, men. Vougiers await your orders.
Let's serve up the English on flaming skewers. Order the archers to switch to fire arrows and light up the oil pitch.
Bowmen, stand ready.
Arrow to fire.
Bowmen, stand ready.
Arrow to fire.
Stand ready, men. Move as commanded, men. My lord needs Vougiers. Oh, we shall decimate them.
Look to the gates.
Vougiers
the enemy
await
spits
your
forth
orders.
his iron indignation against them.
They didn't see that one coming. May I advise thee? Position everyone on the walls.
Vougiers await your orders.
We'll wait our orders.
We make our stand here, my lord. The English villains are coming, and we must fight them off if we are to make our escape.
We'll wait our orders.
Let us rain fire on them, my lord. Command thy trebuchets to switch to flamed stones.
One mighty machine here. Light it up, lads!
They're almost upon us. We must hold on, Lordship, until we get a chance to flee Aberdeen. By the Saints' mercy, this city is doomed. Now, don't let the English get through to the inner keep. Once they capture the town hall flag, our men's morale will be shattered, and we'll be done for. If we're to hold, we must outfit more soldiers. By God's grace, we still hold a barracks, an archery range, and a siege workshop in the inner keep. Raise more troops, your lordship. Hurry!
Our gates assaulted. Hold the line! With busy hammers, close those rivets up!
Lock your arrows, men. Lock your arrows, men.
My lord needs Vougiers.
Bowmen, stand ready. Bowmen, stand ready. Bowmen, stand ready.
Is trouble brewing? Maces, move out!
The outer palisade walls will not hold for long. Luckily, we have a stockpile of stone inside the city. So I urge thee to begin stone wall construction immediately.
Defend the gates! Once more unto the breach!
We await our orders. Lock your arrows, men.
Arrows afire. The gate is under attack. Hold steady, or close the gap with
My
our
lord needs
bodies
Vougiers.
dead!
Bowmen, stand ready.
We came with great hue and cry, now must we depart. Look to the gates! The enemy spits forth his iron indignation against them!
Vougiers await your orders.
Ready, catapult. Move your rig, lads.
Bowmen, stand ready. Archers are doing it.
My lord, I am pleased to report our stone walls are complete. Now let us fortify them. We'll construct oil pots on the gatehouse, as well as ballistas and catapults on the bastions.
This be the gate. Awaiting your orders.
My lord, defences on one of thy walls has been completed. An improvement on one of thy walls is complete, sire.
We await our orders. Release your arrows, lads.
Stand ready, men. They'll rue the day.
Catapult standing by.
Thou dost not have sufficient resources. An improvement on one of our...
We came with great hue and cry, now must we depart.
Is trouble brewing?
Iron balls coming at you! Iron balls coming at you! The oil is hot, sire!
Stones and mortar at work.
We await our orders. Lord, we move.
We came with great hue and cry, now must we depart.
Oil team, ready!
Tell us what you need, my lord.
Shut her down, now.
Tis liquid fire, my lord!
Launch your arrows, men. We await our orders.
My lord needs bougiers. One mighty machine here.
Archers are doing it.
Awaiting your orders. Get to it, boys.
Oil away!
We came with great hue and cry, now must we depart. Our gates assaulted. Hold the line with busy hammers. Close those rivets up!
You cannot afford that, sire.
We came with great hue and cry, now must we depart. The gate is under attack. Hold steady or close the gap with our bodies dead.
The oil is hot, sire!
Tell us what you need, my lord.
Thou knowest we work by wit and not by witchcraft, and our wits demand a retreat.
Bowmen, stand ready. Bowmen, stand ready.
Arrow to fire.
Defend the gates! Once more unto the breach!
Thou must gather more resources first.
Awaiting your orders. Get to it, boys.
Here comes thy beauty potion!
Our gates assaulted!
Stones
Hold
and
the
mortar
line!
at work.
With busy hammers! Close those rivets up! Defend the gates! Once more unto the breach!
Is trouble brewing?
Resources are too low for that, my lord.
Look to the gates! The enemy spits forth his iron indignation against them!
Gatekeepers, get ready.
Thou knowest we work by wit and not by witchcraft, and our wits demand a retreat from now.
Look alert, boys.
The gate is under attack! Hold steady, or close the gap with our bodies dead! We came with great hue and cry, now
Stones and mortar at work.
My lord, defences on one of thy walls has been completed.
This be the gate.
Defend the gates! Once more unto the breach!
My lord, defences on one of thy walls has been completed.
Awaiting your orders.
Swing 'em, boys!
Oh, we shall decimate them.
Here comes thy beauty potion! Burn, fiends, burn! The oil is hot,
Tell us what you need, me lord.
Bougiers await your orders.
Bowmen, stand ready. Arrows fire. Release your arrows, lads.
Is trouble brewing?
Swing 'em, boys!
Gatekeepers, get ready.
Our patience will achieve more than our force, my lord. Let us withdraw, and mayhap strike later.
Can't do it, sire. Not enough resources. Resources are too low for that, my lord.
At last, your lordship, the English are running for the protection of their siege camp. God save me, what a bloody slaughter! However, even though we've won this fight, I am afraid we've lost the battle. The English will regroup and return in greater numbers, like dung beetles. Sorry to rush you, Your Honor, but we must make our escape, and quick. It won't be more than an hour before the English mount another assault. If I may be so bold, take whoever can walk and let's board ships just off the coast to sail back home. Also, may I advise thee to leave quietly. Our Scottish allies might not take this lightly. As you wish, my lord. We'll say a prayer for the brave sons of Scotland whom we leave behind. That God Almighty show them mercy, for that wretched scum, Edward of England, sure as hell won't. Et Spiritus Sanctu, Amen. Now, let's away to the world map, where we can set sail for the French coast.
An improvement on one of the...
In a cruel stroke for which history never forgave him, King Edward burned Aberdeen to the ground, putting innocent men and women to the sword, his conquest marked by blood and desolation every step of the way. Dismayed but not broken, the Scots avoided any more major engagements, and Edward was free to return to England. The King of France had to act. Philip's release from his crusader vows had not been made public, and he proceeded as planned, inviting all his nobles, great and minor, to raise men and send their forces to Marseille, where a fleet was being assembled that Philip declared would sail to the Holy Land. Meanwhile, many French adventurers, lucky to have survived their Scottish expedition, were sailing home, beaten and tired, targets of English and Irish privateers, and our hero, Count Guy de Châtillon, faced the task of crossing the Channel to return to his estate town of Orléans.
That was close. We barely made it, your lordship. Now that we are outside the city, the English won't dare to touch us, as there are no official hostilities between our kings. So let us set sail for the French shore and make our way to Orléans. Word is, Orléans may be rebelling. Citizens are angry at the cost of your Scottish adventure, ungrateful lot. But we'll deal with that once we get to Orléans. We'll have a long journey ahead of us, and before we set sail, may I suggest you heal your soldiers. We are near a friendly town and have some silver to spare. Let us get started then, Your Honor. We would need to inspect our soldiers, then heal our lads, and finally set sail for France.
A bloody business calls thee now, your grace. "'Tis a matter for swords and drums, my lord. A bloody business calls thee now, your grace. Well met, my lord.
Lads are feeling much better now, so let's away, my lord. I advise that we travel as much as we can by sea, as it will be much faster.
"'Tis a matter for swords and drums, my lord. I am the hammer in thy hand, my lord. Use me hard. Well met, my lord. God save the mark. Be hacked.
God's wounds, how I hate the sea. And it will take us the better part of the month to get to Orleans.